Hi guys, this is the second part of a three-part video series. If you haven't seen the first part, here's the link up here. We're on the fourth stage of the journey of breakup. So this stage is a chaotic stage. It's called the chaotic stage for a reason, because all of the emotions hitting you at once. You're feeling sadness, you're feeling anxiety, you're feeling depressed, you're feeling anger, you're feeling frustration. You're feeling all of these different things that's overwhelming you, and you're trying to make sense of it all. You're going through this breakup and you're going through these stages, and sometimes you can go back and forth between the stages, and in this stage is where that happens the most. And sometimes you can get really frustrated with yourself. You thought, oh, I've been through this. I've been through the detective stage in stage 3, where I talked about it in my other video. Why am I back checking her social and making sure like she hasn't messaged me, or making sure I didn't delete her message by accident? Like, why am I doing this? And you get really annoyed with yourself. And during this stage, you find that sometimes you might even be lashing out at people who care about you, which is not great, right? So what you need to do in this stage is to really lean in to accepting the situation that has arisen and moving on from there. And the best way to do that, guys, for me anyway, and some of my clients that I coach, is to just take up a new hobby, whatever it is. If you like to play sport in high school, whether it's football, if you like to go bowling, if you like to lift weights like I do, then just lean into that. Or you can also, in supplement with that, you can also do meditation. And meditation, like, I'm not the greatest meditator in the world, like a lot of these coaches out here talk like they're some kind of yoga guru, where you can sit down and have these trance ascending meditation, and it's so easy. Guys, meditation is hard. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it because it's so beneficial. But for me, meditation is just to sit down, relax, and stay focused, and not let your mind wander off into different directions. And it's basically when you're in the process of forcing yourself to sit down and not do other things, you're giving your brain that discipline that it needs, whereby you can tell it to do things more easily. You're training it to listen to you. It's not about having these magical carpet rides, when you meditate, like some people make it out to be. Anyway, that was a meditation rant. But you're in this chaotic mess right now, and you need to lean into something, because if you don't, then you're going to be stuck here, and you're going to go back and forth between the first and the fourth stage that you're on right now. So the fifth stage is going to be withdrawal. And the symptoms of a breakup withdrawal is very similar to a withdrawal if you have a drug addiction or something. You were so used and depending on something to make your life happy, to make you feel fulfilled, and now suddenly it's gone forever, and there's no way of replacing that, at least you think. So you're going through these emotions where you're battling your craving, like your literal craving for that person. And let's face it, guys, as men, one of the things that we crave is sex, right? And when we crave sex, it sort of overrides even the emotional attachment that we had for that person. And then this is why I say, like, never check their social, and never follow them or continue to follow your ex. Because if you check their social and you see them with another man, a lot of resentment and a lot of jealousy and a lot of frustration is going to build, right? Sexual frustration is going to build. You're going to go through scenario, and you're going to imagine, being with her, and what's it like for him right now. All that is going to play in your head, and it's going to be so unhealthy in your road to recovery. So it's very, very important, guys, that during the stage of withdrawal, that you're not following them, you're not checking up on them, you're not anything to do with them. You have to admit to yourself that this person has chose to leave your life, and they're never going to come back, and you have to move on from that position. If you don't do that, then the withdrawal stage is one of the most painful stages that you can feel, because it's similar to the effects of drugs. And now we're coming to stage 6, which is the reflection side. And this is where I describe it as the turning point. In the reflection side, you start to see things as they truly were, not as what you wish they were, or not as you putting them on a pedestal where you think everything was your fault, and the reason why they left, it was because of your fault. And in this stage, it's very important, guys, to focus on yourself and remember how worthy and how important you are. The thing is, when you give the person who left all the power, they're taking a piece of you with them. And when they do that, you're unable to see yourself as a whole. So you have to hold on to every shred of who you are, right? Hold on to your pride and your dignity, and not let the person who left take everything from you. So in this stage, you start to reflect more, you start to see things as they were, and it's very healthy, as I said, to, not be following them and not be trying to clue in to see what they're doing. This stage is to focus on you, is to see, what do I want out of life? How can I find someone better in the future? How can I make myself more aligned and find someone that is more compatible, that will be there for the long haul? So this stage is very important, to be absolutely critical and absolutely honest with yourself of how things actually went, not how you originally envisioned that it was right after the breakup. Thanks for watching my video. If you have any questions, just leave it down in the comments and I will reply to you. Also, let me know where in the stage, where on the journey that you are right now. Share me your story, ask me your question, and maybe I will make a video about it, and I'll elaborate on things that maybe I didn't go through in today's video. But take care.